Good evening, I'm Ella Showgirl. Thanks for joining us. Nearly 400 athletes put their training and discipline to the test this morning, taking to the water and trails for the 39th annual Brewhouse Triathlon. Northern News Now's Maggie Franson was at Island Lake, where she got all of today's high-energy excitement.
The Brewhouse Triathlon is a Duluth tradition that has been loved by athletes for nearly 4 decades. Rod Raymond, the triathlon director, says feeling that energy is what the event is all about.
These are people that took upon themselves to sign up for the event and begin training for it, getting stronger, getting their bodies stronger. So I find a lot of joy, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of inner thrill to see them out doing it, because it's the biggest deal, right?
The 2 races, both long and short, began with a swim, followed by the bike and run pieces of the course. Both paths offered options for participants of all ages and athletic backgrounds, with the longest stretch being a nearly 25-mile bike ride. And participants say getting across the finish line is always a group effort.
The energy's great. It's always, people are always encouraging everybody, and it's just a lot of positive energy around here.
For some, the triathlon was also a family affair. The Agar family had 3 generations participating today. Rick Agar, who has competed in nearly 100 races, says the Brewhouse Triathlon has always been a favorite, and he was ecstatic to race alongside his family.
So much fun. It's just the event of the year as far as this kind of thing, so it's just a lot of fun.
He added that events like this encourage youth participation, including his granddaughters, and he hopes the younger generations will keep the tradition and sportsmanship alive for years to come. In Duluth, Maggie Franson, Northern News Now.
Organizers also say they welcomed over 120 new athletes to the event this year.